What's up, everyone? You're here with Goran, and thank you for joining me here for your free picks for the South American World Cup qualifications. That's on Tuesday, November 21st. We have another 5 games, guys, and in the last round, both Brazil and Argentina lost their games. And I read that the last time that happened, that was like a long time ago, and now they're facing each other in this matchup on Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time in Brazil, and it is the biggest game in South America, so it's going to be an interesting one. For more free picks, go up to the YouTube channel, hit that like button, guys, subscribe, appreciate it a lot, and it does help us promote our YouTube channel. For my best bets, click the link in the description. That will get you up to my page where you can sign up, daily pass, 3-day pass, 7-day pass, or even a month-long pass if that's something you want to do. So check it out, guys, and let me help you with some money. Let's get this show on the road, guys. 5 games, like I said. The first one is between Paraguay and Colombia. You know what? Paraguay hasn't been that good, especially when it comes to scoring goals. They have scored only once in the 5 games they played. Luckily for them, they had the defense to compensate for that, and they have conceded only 5 goals, so only 2 goals so far in these qualifications. But they are still in that playoff spot of the qualifications. However, there's still a lot of games left to play, and they have time to bounce back and get back to those top six, which is the guaranteed spot at the World Cup. As far as Colombia goes, they were losing against Brazil the other day, 1-0, and then Luis Diaz scored a couple of quick goals, which got them the win 2-1 at home. It was a very euphoric win, especially with everything what happened to Luis Diaz's father and mother as well. He was at the stands, and it was like I said, it was like explosion of emotions, and everything was literally going Colombian way. I expect them to be carried by that win as well in this game, and they will definitely go for for another win, even though they're playing on the road against Paraguay. Uh, I don't think that Paraguay has the ammunition to outscore Colombia right now, so I'm gonna take Colombia on the money line plus 124 right now. The price is decent enough, and I'm willing to risk it, even though they're playing on the road. So I'm taking Colombia on the money line. Ecuador and Chile is the next matchup, and that's a 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. And we have two teams that have been all over the place so far in these qualifications. Both teams have 5 points. Chile has scored only 3 goals, conceded 6. Ecuador has scored 4, conceded only 3. But you know what? Usually when we see these two teams meeting, we see a lot of red cards. So in the last uh, 8 games between these two teams. We've seen 6 red cards. So the logic is simple for me here, and the choice is quite simple. I'm gonna take red cards to be awarded in the game to either team plus 205. Like I said, when these two teams meet, we see fouls, we see rough football, we see a battle, we see a lot of cards, and we've seen a lot of red cards over the last few years between these two, and I think that trend will continue here in this game as well. So, Ecuador versus Chile, a red card to be awarded to either side at plus 205. Uruguay and Bolivia is the next matchup, and Uruguay is a huge, huge, huge favorite against Bolivia. Even though Bolivia got a win in their last game, uh, they played against Peru and they beat them 2-0 at home. However, those were the two of the first goals that Bolivia scored. I mean, the total they have 4 goals so far, but their defense is definitely the worst in these qualifications with 11 conceded goals. While Uruguay has scored 10 goals and they are coming off of an impressive win against Argentina. They have beaten them 2-0 on the road, and this is the second clean sheet for Uruguay in a row. In the head-to-head matchups, Uruguay was pretty much the dominant team, especially when playing at home. And as we can see, they're massive, massive favorites. So I'm gonna bite the bullet in this one. I'm gonna go with the books, and I'm gonna take Uruguay -1 in the first half, -132. I think the least we're gonna get out of this one is gonna be a push. Let's just hope that Uruguay decides to take care of Bolivia as early as possible, and then give a break to some of their starting players in the second half. So Uruguay versus Bolivia. Uruguay -1 in the first half. And now we are up to the Brazil versus Argentina matchup, the biggest matchup in South America, guys, between two of the best teams over the last 10 years or so, and probably in the history of South American soccer. Argentina still leading the group, still leading the qualifications with 12 points despite that loss against Uruguay. The disappointment for them was the fact that they haven't scored a goal in that game, even though they were playing at home. But they're still overall the best team in these qualifications. Brazil is coming off of another loss, and like I said, it was against Colombia, and that is actually their second loss in a row. They haven't won any of their last three games overall, whether they play at home or on the road. They are struggling. They will be without Vinicius Junior, who got hurt. Richarlison is out, Neymar is out, Casemiro is out, Ederson is out as well as a goalkeeper. However, they have Alisson as well. While for Argentina, only Montiel is the injured player. And the lineups I'm looking at here, I would definitely have to give advantage to Argentina, who will definitely go to bounce back. But I don't think they can keep a clean sheet against Brazil. I think it's going to be a highly competitive game despite all the injuries that Brazil has. And for that reason, I'm taking both teams to score in this one at plus 105. And the last pick of this video, guys, is between Peru and Venezuela. Peru, by far the worst team in these qualifications so far. They haven't scored a single goal yet. They have conceded 7 goals. They are in the bottom of this qualifications group with only 1 point. While Venezuela is actually playing pretty solid, they are averaging about a goal scored per game while conceding only 2 goals in 5 games. So their defense is keeping them in the top four right now. And in their last game a few days ago, they got a nil-nil draw against Ecuador, which means that they're now undefeated in their last 4 games. As far as Peru goes, they haven't scored a single goal in their last 5 games. Like I said, they are at the bottom of this qualifications group, and I honestly do not understand why they are the favorites here at plus 135. But thanks to the books, we can take the double chance on Venezuela at a decent price, and that is at minus 175. If you put that in a double, with maybe Uruguay on the money line or something like that, or maybe take Colombia on the double chance and put it in the double with Venezuela on the double chance, you should get a nice plus money out of this pick. So Peru versus Venezuela, I'm taking Venezuela on the double chance at minus 175. That's it, guys. These were your free picks for the South American World Cup qualifications. Like I said, this is the last day of the international break. Thank goodness. We are moving on to the club soccer once again. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Champions League next week. So stay tuned for those free picks, guys. Good luck with all of your bets, and I'll see you soon with more free picks.